Twitter is like a clogged toilet at the worst truck stop in Nebraska. You can use it, but trust me, you don't want to see what's inside. Twitter is hosted by Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services recently banned the Twitter rival Parler. The justification for banning Parler was that some users were posting racist comments or calls for violence, and since those posts weren't immediately taken down, Parler must not have an effective system for removing racist comments or calls for violence. Hence, the entire platform had to be taken down. Now, if Amazon really believes it has to ban platforms that contain violent or racist content, we might want to take a quick peek at some of the content on Twitter to see if Twitter meets Amazon's strict requirements. We'll start with the obvious. It's been pretty common for several years to call for the assassination of President Donald Trump. Where's the terrorists when we need 'em? Shaking my head. We all know where Trump is stationed. Who's going to take one for the team and kill Trump? Someone take this clown out now. Hashtag assassinate Trump. The Kill Trump and Assassinate Trump hashtags are quite popular on Twitter. So, what's the rule here? Does Amazon have a rule against calls for violence? Obviously not. The real rule is against certain political positions. If you have the correct political position, you can call for violence all you want. If you have the incorrect political position, a rule that isn't really a rule will suddenly be enforced. But maybe you dislike Trump so much that you simply can't see the hypocrisy here. So let's expand our search a bit. What about killing cops? Well, your username can be about killing cops, like KillCops420 and KillCops333. You can even go with KillCops2 and have a picture of a dead police officer. KillCops is also a Twitter-hosted hashtag. It's used by people who advocate, you guessed it, killing cops. And Twitter and Amazon have no problem with it. But maybe you hate cops so much that you still can't see the hypocrisy. Maybe we should look at some of the specific charges against Parler. Amazon said that one of the reasons they banned Parler was that they found a post saying, "The only good Democrat is a dead one." That's definitely a disturbing message to post, but according to Amazon, if a user posts something like that, the entire platform needs to be shut down. Imagine our surprise when we go to Twitter and we read, "The only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. The only good conservative is a dead one. The only good senator is a dead senator. The only good Republican is a dead one." What was the rule again, Amazon? You said you had to shut down Parler because you found a post that said, "The only good Democrat is a dead one." You also found a post featuring a slew of racial slurs about Michelle Obama. I'm sure we would never find racial slurs about Michelle Obama on Twitter. Twitter has endless trunks of money and a trust and safety team that's firmly committed to finding racist content and removing it from the platform. Obviously, if Amazon is going to hold a startup like Parler accountable for every post on the platform, even though the platform can't afford to hire tons of content moderators to search for racist content, we know that Amazon is going to hold microblogging kingpin Twitter accountable for every post on the platform. So we know that we won't find any racial slurs about Michelle Obama from users like Dems Must Die 2020 or Hitler Youth 10. But maybe we're missing something here. Let's read about more of the charges against Parler. In another post highlighted in Amazon Web Services court filings, a user writes, "My wishes for a race war have never been higher, and that they think about killing black people and Jewish people more and more often." Oh my goodness, there were people calling for violence against black people and Jews on Parler? No wonder Amazon had to shut the platform down. Although now I have to wonder if Amazon has ever bothered to spend 5 minutes on Twitter. Look at what people call their pages on Twitter. There definitely doesn't seem to be any problem using the N-word on Twitter, but it's just racist to use these names. It's not necessarily a call for violence. This content on Twitter certainly seems like a call for violence. If that's not clear enough, there's a popular Twitter-hosted hashtag calling for racist violence against black people. It's been popular for years. There are even people who just keep spamming the hashtag over and over and over again, knowing that they'll never be silenced by Twitter, because Twitter just doesn't care. And neither does Amazon, since Amazon hasn't banned Twitter. There are also variations of this call for violence, such as the call to burn people based on their race. You can find these posts all over Twitter. Amazon's other concern was about calls for violence against Jews. How many Death to Israel accounts are there on Twitter? Plenty. Don't feel left out, Americans, because there's also a Death to America and Israel channel. Maybe you're thinking that there's a difference between calling for the death of a nation and calling for the deaths of people. But you can also name your page @KillZionists47. There's even a Kill Jews hashtag. I'm not sure how a person can make a call for violence any clearer. Notice that Twitter also hosts a Hitler was right hashtag, which you can find over and over and over on this Amazon-approved platform. You'll even find it in comments like this. The Nazis weren't bad. They were fighting against the parasitic Zionist bankers and Jewish-controlled governments. Hashtag Hitler was right. So, does anyone really think that Amazon shut down Parler for the reasons Amazon claimed it had to shut down Parler? If you believe that Amazon was simply trying to silence hate speech and not trying to silence a competitor to Twitter that was about to explode in popularity, I'd like to sell you a bottle of Wood's Miracle Magic Cure-All from the magical springs of Deer Park. Sorry, Amazon, but this is America. Act like a tyrant, get slapped like a tyrant.